Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Today I'm going to be bringing you a very basic Terran strategy that I love using, very basic build order for anyone that's in the bronze, silver, even gold league, maybe even platinum and diamond, who knows. But I'm going to be only showing my perspective of this game, showing you a very basic build order and how to play Terran if you are just coming or if you want some tips. Watch this video and maybe learn some new tricks and tips and tricks about how to play the Terran. So we're gonna start off like any other race, building SCVs. Nothing too surprising there. What I like to do though is excuse me, when I have two SCVs built out and two in the queue, I wait until I have about 65 minerals, and then as you see I will bring one SCV down to my ramp and start off the normal Terran wall off. The first thing you're going to be building with the wall off is the supply depot. As you will see this SCV lay down, boom, right there. And then as soon as that is done, you go back to your command center and build more SCVs. And another thing I like to do as Terran is hotkey my command center as #1. You don't have to necessarily do it as #1, but do hotkey your command center so that you can have easy access to it. Anyways, once this supplies depot is done, you want to continue your wall off by building the barracks right next to it. Barracks will go right here. So as soon as this is done, SCV goes to build the barracks. And then now that the supply depot is done, you're not supply capped anymore, continue building SCVs. And then I also like to build a refinery at around 12 to 13 supplies. So I'm at 12 right now, and I am, oh okay, actually that scout or SCV that you saw going is just going to be scouting my enemy's base, which is also always a good thing to do to see what your enemy is up to. But right now it looks like this game I might have gone a little late refinery. I'm not sure. 14 supplies, still no refinery. And there you go. A little late refinery on my part this game, but it's all good. Everyone makes mistakes, right? Another thing I love to do actually, is to hotkey my barracks so I can have easy access to that. And as you see, my opponent tries to scout me as well. You always, well, not always, but you kind of want to prevent the scout from getting any information, so I send one of my SCVs out to just go attack it, get rid of it, get out of my base. Meanwhile, barracks is done, pumping out a marine. As soon as this barracks is done, you want to get that orbital command upgrade, which I forgot to show you. I was starting to get that. You want to get that going so you can call down those mules, which are very helpful. Let you get minerals at a much increased and faster rate. After your barracks is done, you want to get that second and last SCV or supply depot out. There you go. Might be finishing off that scouting SCV that my opponent sent me. Another thing I like to do on this Blistering Sands map is have my scout just chilling here behind this what is it, like plains. The opponent usually won't see me, but this opponent is smart enough to know that I'm chilling back there, goes to go attack me. That he will probably go down, but not that big of a loss. Keep continuing to push out Marines with this barracks, and you want to, as soon as you have 100 gas, push out excuse me for my lack of words, a factory. There you go. You want to build a second barracks too as soon as you have the money, because you want to be pushing out those marines. What I'm going to be showing you in this tutorial video is going to be called the MMM build, which stands for Marines, Marauders, and Medevacs. It's a very versatile combination and allows for a very effective early push in the game. So as you see, now that I do have my 100 gas, I will push out and get that factory starting to build. And at this point you also do want to build a second refinery, which I hope I do. One of these SCVs will go out. Don't forget to build supply depots. And on this map also, like I said, this plains right here blocks your vision and could have your opponent come back here and go for some early harass if he gets down these rocks. So I like building a supply depot right here to give me vision of any incoming attacks. So like I said, keep on building marines, and then as soon as this barracks is done, add on that tech lab. You want a reactor soon too, so you can pump out the marines twofold. That this refinery coming up finally, not too late of a refinery, because this is going to be a pretty gas intensive build. You do want to get that refinery maybe up a little bit earlier, but my timing wasn't too bad in this game. Factory almost done. As soon as this factory is done, we will almost have our 100 mineral or 100 gas. There we go, 100 gas. This SCV will be building our starport, which will help us transition or help us push out the medevacs, which will complete the MMM build. Tech lab is now done. Once you have your tech lab done, you want to start pushing out marauders, but this game I kind of opted not to go for marauders and just go for straight marines. But if you feel like you should be going for marauders, if your opponent has a lot of heavy armored units, you want to go for those marauders. If not, then marines will get the job done. Also at your tech lab, you do want to be doing the research. Because I have all marines, I opted to go for the stim pack first. And after the stim pack, if you can spare the gas and minerals, you do want to research that combat shield. So reactor going down now on that first barracks that I had built. Starport almost done. And like I said, because of this orbital command, you want to be calling down those mules one after another. That mineral income that this mule gives you is quite helpful. And don't ever forget to build supply depots as a Terran. You don't want to be supply capped. Being supply capped is almost the worst thing in the world. So yeah, now that this starport is done, I'm pushing out my first medevac. Do have a pretty good, actually, yeah, substantial force of marines. If I was to compare this to my opponent, he at this point, let's see his army. Not too shabby. He's actually trying to break down this rock switch. I'm not sure why he would do that, because that only exposes his back doors to any incoming pushes that I would do. But as I will show you guys, I don't do any backdoor push. I do actually take my marines, load them into the medevac, and go around to his mineral line, which will ruin his economy, as I will show you as soon as this medevac is almost done. And boom, there it is. I will load up my marines ASAP onto that medevac, leaving a few behind for static defense in case my opponent decides to rush me. Stimpak's also being researched, like I said, at the tech lab, which is a very crucial researching upgrade for the marines, because those stimpaks just make deadly marines. Third barracks is now also on the way to help push out those marines even faster. And at this point, I'm kinda sitting idle. I'm not. What am I doing right now? Let me go to the camera view. Okay, now I finally push out that marine. I also get out my first marauder. As you see, I'm sending my medevac to drop off my units right here. This should be going around the base, just behind it, so my opponent can't see. It goes around and then drops them off in the mineral line, which will definitely ruin his economy. And also at this point, I just keep on pushing out marines, get that tech lab up so I can push out dual marauders and then dual marines from my barracks. Second starport even going down, so I could build a tech lab on one of them to push out banshees if needed. But this push right here seems to be good enough, as my opponent did not have many units to deal with this push that I was going in for. He actually sends all his units to me, and like I said, I had these static defense for that push, that if he was going to push in, and he did, but he has to pull back his units to go for his SCVs, which are just being demolished right now. Stim packs are not done yet. This is a little late for me getting the stims, but as soon as those stim packs are done researching, I use it, and it just going to definitely destroy him. But my opponent right now is looking in very bad shape. He calls the GG, and that is the end game right there. Now that right there, my friends, is a very basic build order for the Terran. Very good strategy, the MMM build. you can push in, and like I said, I mean, keep on pushing out the Marines. And the second medevac is waiting just to transport these Marines if needed. Keep some static defense if you do push in with a medevac like that, because you never know if your opponent himself is going to rush in. So you want to always just keep that defense just in case. And then once you're in his base and see what's going on, and you're sure that you can push out, then you can take these Marines and go in and just absolutely destroy your opponent. Anyways, thanks for watching this. I hope this helps. Good luck out there. This is Game King Faz signing out.